Hello everyone and welcome back to more Factorio, not 15 modded mega base, mini mega base, Railworld, I don't friggin' know. I want to illustrate something here, and it's one of the reasons that I absolutely hate having buffers. Take a look at our iron production. Notice how our iron warehouse is dwindling right now. Passed by, noticed it was at 30,000. I'm like, 30,000? That doesn't look good. Yeah, no, it's because we are absolutely demolishing our iron supply. We're building not a crap ton of gears. We're not building a crap ton of circuits, although we are building a couple, it looks like. We're not building tons of stuff in here. Mostly, it's building ammo, and that's it. That's like the only thing that's really, really devouring any kind of iron. And honestly, it's not really devouring much iron. No, it's not. It is not devouring much iron at all. Like, just take a look. That's not even a full belt. It's getting nowhere near devouring a crap ton of iron. How's this doing? This isn't taking a whole hell of a lot either. I think the thing that's taking the most was these gears. Yeah, the gears are taking the most, which is just a repurposed form of iron. But none of that is actually taking a crap ton of iron. So we are draining a whole bunch. Oh, you know why we're... Oh, I know why we're draining. Because when I... Did anybody, when I showed you this last time, note in your head, hey Liz, how come none of the belts from your smelters are connected to the warehouse? Did any of you say that? If you said that out loud, or if you were yelling it at the monitor in the last video, that, hey Liz, none of these belts are connected into the warehouse, then you deserve some points. Or you deserve a freaking paddling because you didn't tell me telepathically that that was the case before this video even released. Okay, Factorio and OBS crash. Good. Science is up still. So I had to reload autosave, and it looks like we're in an okay position for the autosave. It looks like we're pretty much right where I left off. Coming over here saying, why the hell hasn't anybody told me telepathically that my warehouses don't have shit? So let's make these connections. That's going to get all of our furnaces going, and that's going to fill up our warehouse again. Thank goodness. I was like, we're not using that much iron. How are we actually depleting iron that fast? I had, like, over 50,000 for sure. Now I am completely lost on what I was going to be talking about here. I think I said something about I need to show you that. We finished our science last time over here. And how was I doing for labs? Did I make them? I made 8 labs. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is do some lab shenanigans. We're going to come down here, and I think I had 4 labs here, which is going to give us a total of 12, which is definitely better than 4. Come on. I have to go quite a ways to get down here. Holy crap. If we get attacked by biters on our power production, which is conceivable, we could potentially lose a lot of stuff before we actually get back. Yeah, so we had red science. We never had any green science going in here anymore, though. We're out of inserters, it looks like. Yep, out of inserters. You know what, though? Let's pick up these transport belts, because I was out of those. Tee-hee-hee. We're making more red packs. I don't need those red packs. Whatever, bro. Whatever, I don't even care. I don't even care, yo. Let's get up here, and we're going to place these 12. You know what? I don't like 12. We could do better than 12. I want to experiment with something. Because there's sort of like this thing going around about how labs interact with each other, but there is nothing written in the patch notes about these labs changing to interact with each other in the way that people are saying that they changed to interact with each other. So I'm curious if this is actually true or if this is just like literal internet bullshit. Because that would be really fun if this was a literal internet bullshit. We're going to put our laboratories right here, and let's just make this happen. So I want, what, 2 spaces away from them, and we're going to go like just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's put the other 5 right behind them really quick. And, okay, I had 2 more? Yeah. While I'm experimenting here, that's going to be 12. Let's go to 16 instead. You like 16, don't you? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There. So the reason that we're doing it like this is because we can definitely 100% for sure put 2 long-handed inserters next to each other to just pull stuff into this first set of them. But I want to see if this, thing that's been going around is actually truly legit. Because like I say, there has been nothing written in patch notes about this, so I'm a little skeptical about the legitness of it. And we're going to put you there, I guess, and, you know, whatever. We could do whatever we want here. I just want to have room for lights. I also want to have room for other stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do is put you in the top set, and then in the top set, and then in the top set. There. Good. Perfect. And I'm going to put inserters right in the middles. No, I'm not going to put inserters in the middles. I'm going to put inserters on the bottoms. And we're going to put lights right in the middle. And the reason we're doing this is because it is apparently theorized that this will work. Let's take a peek and find out if this is true or if it's bullshit. I mean, I do appreciate some bullshit every now and then, but is it true or is it bullshit? Let's find out. You're not getting powered because I am a colossal doofer. Yeah, you just aren't big enough on the power to make that happen. It is, in fact, true. They will take from the lab in front of them. Not in the patch notes. Not written anywhere in patch notes. Well, that makes this really super duper effective because we need to get 6 things onto belts. And that really makes this easy, actually. That makes this super easy because with all kinds of belt tricks that we can do, we can make that happen no problemo. In fact, you know what, I'm not going to build it like that yet. I'm just going to build a second belt here that is eventually going to have different kinds of science packs on it and call it a day on that. And for now, we are just going to do it the old-fashioned way with just 2 red inserters. I don't even need the 2 red inserters right now, but whatever. We're going to do it anyway. Just like that. And a blue inserter behind them the new-fashioned way in order to feed the back labs. Cool. Nice. Oh, I've got more labs in this, right? Yes, I have 6 more labs. So that's 10. You know what? Let's just go to freaking 20 labs then instead of 16. What do you say? You want to go to 20 labs? I don't think we're going to be able to produce the stuff fast enough for that, but let's just do it. Let's do advanced electronics, sure. So you're going to need to be 1, 2 away, and we're going to just go straight down like that. And then I'm going to need, what, 4 more labs? 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's get this done. I'm going to need more red inserters. I luckily have those in a chest. I just need to go pick them up. I probably have a whole bunch of them back at the old warehouse as well. Whatever was in the old Make Anything would have been still kicking around. So let's do this, 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 and this. And we'll put these guys right here, and we'll put some poles in because we like to dance with poles around here. Like that, and like that, and then right behind them as well. So that would go where here? Not there, there. Yeah? Yeah, there. And then there. And then let's put another set of labs, which are not done yet, behind this set of labs, and let's put some lights in the middles. Do I actually have 2 lights there? Holy crap, I did. Oh, I literally put lights everywhere that I could put them. Holy balls. That seems a little inefficient, but cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 1 more. We need some gear wheels for it. 20 labs. That's going to burn through these science packs. We are definitely not going to be producing enough science packs to fill 20 labs at the moment, but whatever. I mean, maybe we'll back up some science packs from time to time, and that'll take care of the whole situation, right? Last one is done. Let's do it. All right, we're sciencing with gas now, ladies and gentlemen. Advanced electronics is almost done. Holy crap. Remember how long it took us to do, like, any other science up to this point? And now we're just, like, burning through it. I like it. I like it a lot. We're devouring our science packs, though. Jesus. All right, so next is military science pack production, and we have the ammunition already. We've got it on a belt. We've got it in a chest for my own gun. In fact, let's take this and just stuff the old bullets into there. There's advanced electronics, which gives us access to stack inserters, but in the meantime, I think we want to do sulfur processing and that stuff. I mean, we could do mining productivity now. You know what? No, we're going to hammer mining productivity while we're doing this because I don't need batteries just yet. And I do want to make our mines last as long as we possibly can. So, next, we will not need to increase this at all. This is a crap ton of production. So next is going to be, I think, granadas. And in order to do granadas, we are going to need to pick up some drills, and we're going to need to tap some coal. What's the best coal to tap? I don't want to use any of this coal because this coal, actually, there's only 633,000 left on it. We're going to run out of this coal soon. Do we want to use this 1.2 million coal? If we do that, we have to sort of bus it down and then to us. Problem is, it's really far away, and I don't want biters to kill it. It's going to be getting very close to them. Our pollution layer is probably, like, atrocious, right? It's down here. Holy crap, yeah, it's pretty bad, guys. Our pollution layer, it's getting pretty bad. Maybe I should put some radars down. This is the one with the radars? Yeah, let's just take 25 radars into my person right now. Let's drop a radar here. Let's drop a radar here. And we'll drop a radar up here next to the science as well. Just like that. And just, like, scan the territory a little bit. And we can put one even up here if we want, next to our laboratories. Why not? In fact, we'll put one on each side. There we go. They use power. Like, radar uses power. Don't get me wrong. We have 5 radars. We're using 1.4 megawatts. But we don't need 2 here either. That's kind of inefficient. But it will... It's not about the vision that they're going to provide right now. It's about the scanning they're going to do to the regions around me. Because they're going to detect, like, everything out to here, basically. And... eventually, if I give them enough time. And that will tell me exactly where I need to worry about biters, hopefully. Although with a very large starting region, it might not, potentially. Anyway, coal. Yeah, I need to tap this coal then. I have 50 miners on me. That 57, that should technically be more than enough. I don't think I have enough belt for this, though. Let's grab some more yellow belt, shall we? And yellow belt's right here, so there we go. Maybe that much. I don't know where I'm going to want to bring this in, but we are going to have it work out for us. Should I just build a turret and call it a day? I can build turrets, right? Yeah, I can totally build turrets. Let's build like 3 gun turrets and stick them up here just in case. I have 200 ammo on me. We'll just give them a modicum amount. I don't need a ton of these guys. This is just for grenade production at the moment. So I don't need a lot of miners here. It's just... I really don't like the idea of getting attacked for no good reason. Let's do 6 and 6. We're going to do 6 and 7 because that is going to look a little bit better there. I do want them to line up with each other. So we're going to run this out this way, and I'm going to run this down. And we're going to run it right into our bus. I don't need to run it back to where the miner, or where the, not miners, the smeltery is. I don't have to start it all the way over there. I just need to sort of get it down here. Also, looks good. It's going to run right past this. And you know what? It's going to run right past the oil production field eventually. Because oil is going to be up in this neighborhood. So if it's going to run right past oil... That's perfect. That's going to give me the stuff I need for plastics, like, immediately. Which is great. I like it. That's fantastic. Let's bring this right on down. Looks like there's nothing else in the way. Oh, okay, that's kind of awkward. It's not bad, though. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. I can live with this. It's a little awkward, but I can live with it. What we're going to do is pull it this way, and we're going to run it up... Not right next to this in case I do ever want to put a second copper line through here. But we're going to run it right next to that. That way I can expand these guys a little bit more if I want to, and I've got room to do it. And you know what, though? You're just going to come right like this, and you're going to go right along this line. This is going to be your line. This is where the coal goes. It goes next to the gear wheels. Actually, hold on. Hold on 1 second, please. It's not going to go right next to these gear wheels. It's going to go next to the potentially second gear wheel belt that we make in the future, is where the coal is going to go. So let's get power up there and get this all connected up. Are you going to be able to connect to power? Yeah, you are. Good. So you can just go here, and then let's just make our way up. I do love electric poles, like large electric poles. They make life so much simpler than having to run little ones the whole way. I also love substations. They make life so much simpler than, you know, basically everything else. Because reasons. And let's wire you guys up. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to do this and a little bit of this. And we'll drop a large pole down right there, and we'll drop one of you right there, and another one right there, and we're going to put turrets down. Where? I guess like here, and here, and... here, I suppose. And I'm going to want to put some ammo in these guys, but I don't want to put too much. I'm going to put like 15 in each of them, basically. And I'm doing this manually because why the hell not? That's my reasoning. Why the hell not? Good. 15 ammo in each of them. That's going to be plenty to repel anything that might come up right away. It's definitely going to give me time to deal with the situation, at least. That's all I really care about. Kill the first couple things. Let me deal with the situation. That coal is actually far enough away that I wouldn't mind training it in. And I think we will do that in the big picture. We're going to be training all of our resources in. But for the moment, not so much. Okay. Let's make this happen then. So all I need to do this is iron and coal. No steel required. There's iron already coming here. I mean, I'm not using a lot of it. I could just split it. I don't even need to pull more iron down. We'll just split it again and take that iron. And then we'll take the coal in. So to do that, the coal in. How many of these do I want to do? I can do 10. It takes 10 coal, though. Holy crap. That means we can only realistically put 2 grenade factories on a yellow coal belt. Because it can run, what, 23 items per second? Or, no, it's 13 items per second, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty bad, actually. That's really, really, really bad. We're not going to have enough coal to make many grenades. I'm going to put 2 factories, one way or the other. We are putting 2 grenade factories down to do this. It's just... holy balls, they do use a lot, don't they? Okay. Let's get this done. How many do I need for the tech pack, though? 1 grenade for each one. Every 10 seconds. And it's actually 1 grenade for every 2 of them, and it's every 10 seconds. Okay. I guess that works, because we produce 1 grenade every 8 seconds, so... actually, hold on. Okay, 1 grenade every 8 seconds, 10 coal. No, I can run multiple of these. Sorry, I'm just totally out of it right now. Yeah, we can run multiple grenade factories off of this belt, because it takes 8 seconds to produce. So we're fine. I basically want 1 for every one of these that I do, and these take 10 seconds. How many of these do I want to have? Let's just make 6. Why not? So I want 6 grenade factories for that. So if I want 6 grenade factories, why not just get 8 grenade factories and call it a day? Well, no, if I get 6, I'm going to be overproducing grenades. All I need is 6 factories. Let's just do 6 grenade factories. That's it. Done. That is what we will do. Oh, it would look so even if we did it like this, though. It would just look so even if we did it like this. Man, I am really tempted to just do it like this. Okay. I'm not even going to calculate if we can afford to do 8. I am just going to do 8. And I'm going to call it a day because it would look so even if we could do it like this. But not quite like this. These actually have to go over 1 more. Yeah, there we go. We're going to do our underground splitter belt shenanigans again on this because we are going to run both of the materials on their own belts coming in. We're not going to run them on a combined belt because I do want to, you know, increase the probability that I can actually supply this thing to the maximum. And I'm not even going to bother calculating the ratio right now. Not even going to bother. So we're just going to do this like so. We could just, run them through the center and then run the outputs down the outside and then merge the outputs. But why do that? Why do something like that when you can have fun like this and use a crap ton of underground belts? I feel that people do not use enough underground belts. If you have more reason to use more underground belts, that's more better, because underground belts are awesome sauce. And this is just going to look so slick anyway. This nice big ol' array of like military production might. Ugh. Make me feel like Ronald Reagan. The warmonger! Fantastico. So, what are we going to need to feed this with? We are going to need to feed this with iron, which it's convenient that, I'm just going to be splitting this iron, eh? I'm actually going to split it twice, now that I think about it. I'm going to split it up here to get another belt coming this way, and then I'm going to split this belt so that I can feed it into both of these. So, hopefully, we are not going to overspend on iron, because if we do, crap. Oh well. Whatever. It is what it is, right? And then you gotta come this way and go into here. And then we need coal. So let's get us some coal. You know what we could do to make this work out a little bit better? We could red belt stuff feeding into it. Could we really make that happen, though? No, I'd have to red belt all the way back, basically, to make that happen. So, that's a possibility, but we're not going to pursue it right now. I am going to want coal coming down here, and we are going to want to split it once it gets down here. So let's just, run it up on this side, I guess, and go from there. So if we run from here, that means here to here. And then that means here to here. And this is actually where the coal is, so you guys need to run underneath it. Because this is its home bus. Like, this is where the coal belongs. And technically there might be one there in the future, but it's not there right now, so I don't need to worry about it. And coal, if you would please come on through here. They're making way for you. Fantastic. And do I need to go under anything here? I don't. So let's just do this and come underground one more time. And then split. And then feed. And then come this way and feed. And now we want our fast inserters. Like that, like that, like that, and like that. That, and that. And then let's just dump out into here, where we are going to put a belt going upwards. And then just like we did here, we will put a chest down. And should I take off of here? Fine, I'll take off of these 3 factories, because that's going to keep it in an even position with this one. And we'll put it right, no, not there, right there. Steel chest goes here. I mean, let's be honest. I want lots of grenades. Blowing up trees is a great way of spending time, and to blow up trees, you want lots of grenades. We're gonna need more lights again. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I am me. We do use a crap ton of lights, but still, we're gonna need more lights again. And then power. Let's just power this up like so, and before we get too dark, let's put in our 6 lights. And is that it? I think that's everything. I think we are good to go. All we need to do to make this work is tell them that it's making granadas, and I think it's gonna go. And just, do it. Because it's its job and shit. Right? Yep. It's totally working. So we're going to underground these guys and let this through. So those are grenades coming through on the bus. And we're good. So the last thing we need to produce to make this all work is going to be gun turrets, and that uses copper, iron gear wheels, and iron plates, and it uses crap tons of all of that. So this, I was always like, if I really want to mass produce these, I'm going to need like an entire dedicated belt for this. How fast does it make it? It makes them every 8 seconds, so it's the exact same thing as this. So if we want to produce in ratio, I'm going to need 8 of these plants. That's ridiculous. That is abso-freaking-lutely ridiculous. Let's actually calculate this for a second. Okay? Forgive me as I bring out my calculator here, and we will go... Come on, freaking calculator. Work. There. Okay. So, they use 20 iron plates every 8 seconds. So that means each one of them is going to use 2.5 per second. So if we want 8 of these, that's going to use 20 per second, which means I need a red belt of iron in order to feed 8 of these. Either that or I need 2 yellow belts of it. The gear wheels and the copper plates I can handle off of a single yellow belt, but if I put them both on the yellow belt and I split it half and half, I can't. So if I want to split it half and half, gear wheels and copper plates, that belt is going to have to be a red belt as well. I mean, let's do this. Let's make it happen, right? We'll do 2 belts. They'll both be red belts. Exact same setup as this. I'm going to need 8 factories, so that's going to be belt, inserter. So it's going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be way overbuilt, like ridiculously overbuilt, so much that I can't possibly feed it with the materials that it's going to need. These have to be red belts, and not only do they have to be red belts, but they have to be basically fully saturated red belts. So they have to be basically red the whole way down. So good luck with this, Liz. You're not going to make this happen. Underground, 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 and underground. Under. I ran out of red unders. Holy crap. When I do get blue belts, though, this will be very good for us. Blue belts and increased production like this, I will eventually be able to make this work for me. I'm just not going to have the throughput for it right now. So you could treat it as future-proofing, I guess, if you want, instead of just building like a stupid idiot. I mean, if you want to call it that way, that totally works. We're not building like a stupid idiot. We are future-proofing. And we are going to want a lot of gun turrets in the future, too, so it's a possibility. You never know. Alright, so this is going to need to be fed a dedicated red belt of iron, which we will... we can split it. It's a dedicated red belt for all 8, so we need a yellow belt for each of the 4. Actually, if I need a yellow belt for each of the 4, these don't need to be red. Yeah, these don't need to be red. I can make this yellow, and then I just need a red belt feeding it. Yeah. So let's make that happen. So this will be the iron line. It's going to be a dedicated red belt, which I'm going to split, just like what we did here, except instead of splitting a yellow belt, it's going to split a red belt, and it's going to make the stuff for this. And I'm going to have to like completely redo the bus with red belts, and I'm going to have to extract red belts, and I'm going to have to increase my smelting capacity, and all of that good stuff, potentially. And then this is going to need to be copper and iron gear wheels, and it's going to need to be a red belt of each of those as well. And I'm not going to have enough iron gear wheels for this, and I could conceivably have enough copper for this, but that's not going to say much when I don't have enough iron gear wheels for this. Wow, this one is going to be rough. This one is going to be super duper trooper rough sauce. 9,000. Okay, so to make this work, what we're going to do is we're going to split the iron over here-ish, like in further than right in front of it. And we're going to have the iron come through something like this. And we're not actually even going to split it. We are going to steal it. Like, we're going to actually just steal whatever is left of this iron on this line. Or should I just split it? I mean, I could just split it. I'll just split it for now because there's nothing further on this bus than these, so it's not going to make a difference right now. But as we start to expand further, splitting this is going to be a problem for us. So we're going to come back to here. We're going to split it there. And actually, no, we're not going to split like that. I need a red line. So we're going to split this off red. And I'm going to have to, like, I'm going to have to run this whole line back in order to make this work. Oh, okay, that needs blue science, so we're not doing any more mining productivity, so it's time for sulfur processing now. Surprise. I have not been going towards lasers, and I have not been attacked yet. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insanity. Now, we can put yellow belts coming out of this, because a red belt can feed 2 yellow belts. And these are going to come down into here, and over into here, respectively. I might need to run underground a couple times, but whatever. They're going to run like so. Done. Sorted. Next, we are going to want to connect power, because I don't want to be blind when I'm working here. So let's just do this real quick. And lights. Very good. Next, we're going to want to connect the other stuff. Oh, yeah, look at that. Just not enough iron coming through. We're going to need copper, and we're going to need gear wheels, and they are going to need to merge into a red belt. So let's make that happen, and we can do that right here, it looks like. So let's put a red belt down just like so, and we will be able to feed yellow belts into this. It doesn't need to be a red belt going into this. And this is going to be copper and iron gear wheels. So we want to run the copper underground like so, and we're going to want to run the iron gear wheels rather underground like so, and also we need to run them underground again up here in this position like so. Very good. And splitter is going to go right here. Happy little splitter. Very happy splitter. It's quite pleased with itself. Also, why didn't I put you underground? I don't understand why I didn't run this copper underground. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why wouldn't I do that? That seems like a no-brainer that this copper needs to run underground, and yet I did not do it. I guess I was just in a rush. I mean, it happens, I suppose. And yeah, so let's put you into here, and then you're going to need to run under like that, and that, and that. Good. That's going to be our iron gear wheels. Cool. This is battery. Yeah, let's do battery because we're going to need that. And then I need to split you, but oh shit. I'm already splitting you there, aren't I? I mean, I can split you here too. We can just do this and then remerge whatever's left. Seems legit. It's too legit. We're going to do it. So that's going to be copper and iron gear wheels. Yes, indeed it is. Verified. Okay. Down we go, and then you need to be on a red belt. I am actually going to run you underground because it's cheaper to use a yellow underground belt than it is to use a red underground belt. That's literally the only reason. And you're going to come down to here, and we're going to put a splitter. Do you need to be a... You can be a regular splitter at this point again. And this can actually be yellow again, right? Because 4 of them need, like 8 of them need a red belt, but 4 of them would run off of a yellow belt. So we feed 2 yellow belts into a red belt where they merge. And then we split that red belt that they merge into 2 yellow belts again. Except it's 2 mixed yellow belts this time. So yeah, actually we don't even need these to be red, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying that because it's 4 and 4, we don't even need this to be red. If I'm totally wrong in that, well, we're going to find out pretty quickly. And we're going to find out pretty quickly anyway because I'm going to run out of raw materials. I'm not going to have enough to feed this, and it's all going to collapse before anything even happens. But let's feed you in like so, and then you're going to come over this way, just like the coal did on the previous one. And you're actually going to go underground right here because we can. and feed in like so. Perfect. Gun turrets, welcome to the scene. Come on up, and let's make you awesome. I have steel on me. I'm not going to go get the chests out of the chest for chests. I'm just going to do it here. We're going to do 2 stacks of gun... You know what? 4 stacks of gun turrets. We're going to store because you never know when I'm going to need defenses. I don't want accumulators. I want lasers. And for that, we're going to need laser. The actual tech laser. Fantastic. And now, I actually only have 8 of you again. It's like every time I turn around, I'm out of fast inserters. This is why we want this factory producing them for us. So what we're going to do here is you, and 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 you. We really need stack inserters to make this work at proper capacity. Yeah, these are not going to produce full speed either. Okay, there we go. Now we are devouring our raw materials. They are producing, though. So, welcome to the scene, Mr. Gun Turrets. We have everything we need in order to produce black science packs now. So, let's go do that. We will make the belt that's going to feed these guys. Actually, it needs 2 belts feeding it. Yeah, it's going to need 2 belts feeding it. So, we're going to do our belt shenanigans for this. And we're going to do it like... there, 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 and there. And then we're going to do underground shenanigans like this. Just in case. And then let's complete this by running the outer sections. Done. And I'm out of factories too. Holy crap, we're using tons of materials. Tons and tons and tons of these things. Let's go get ourselves some factories. I know, we're 35 minutes into this video. It's another long one, but we're going to get this done, guys. We're going to get military science done. And it's not going to take nearly as long as it took us the first time. Although maybe it's going to take us longer, but, you know, we're better organized and planning it better than we did the first time. And it just looks so much cooler, too, than it did the first time. Holy crap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, ratios are totally not right. But I'm okay with that. And let's start pulling your stuff in. Very good. Let's start outputting. Just like that. We're going to put power in and... lights, because I love me my lights. On the outsides, we're going to put them just like that. We're going to put a belt going up. Laser! Yes! We're going to put a belt going up here. And it's actually just going to merge right on into this belt, like so. And you guys are going to start producing military science packs very shortly. But before we do that, I need to actually send these materials up. So I need to merge 2 of these things together. What do they use more of? They don't use more of any of them, right? They use 1 of each? No, that's wrong. Military science pack. It's in here. Yeah, it uses 1 of each, so it literally does not matter what we merge together. Let's merge grenades and gun turrets together then, I guess. And we'll run ammo separately. Yeah, okay, this radar's got to go. Sorry. I need to get all of this stuff up. You're going to have to go under these. You're going to have to do whatever, and you're just going to have to be awesome is what you're going to have to do. And we're going to get them up into here, and all will be well. Let's bring you up and bring you over this way, and we're going to side merge into here. So we're going to run this up like this, and then you're going to go and let's do that, and side merge you into there like that. We're going to put 1 into that like this. And that's going to be the grenades. And grenades, you need to go underground here. Very good. That's 1 belt. We can just finish this belt up over here now. I'll put you underground because why not? It does look pretty sweet sometimes when we run stuff through one of these underground channels. And... I've got to run you up. Did we do this with the other guys? We did do this with the other guys. Okay, so you are going to have to just, you know, like, grin and bear it. because I need to run you up this direction. Damn it, that's not what I wanted. I wanted undergrounds, and I have no undergrounds. Okay, so let's go grab some undergrounds. That's not that, that's these right here. And that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that is the one that it has to go through in order to get up itself. Actually, it doesn't even need to go through that, to be fair, because it's going to go... I should have put this up higher, shouldn't I? Yeah, you know what? We're going to rerun this. We're going to rerun this, and it's going to be the highest one of these instead of the lowest one, because everything else should go into that. That's going to put a lot of inserters and belts in my inventory. Holy crap. It's okay. I've got a bunch of factories here that I can stick them into. Although maybe I need the belts. I don't know. I definitely don't need the inserters right now. Yeah, that's a whole bunch. That's alright though. We can just stick them into these factories and be fine. The belts I'm going to keep. Okay, so that's going to fix this. Won't be a problem. You need to go underground one more time here, right? Yeah, you need to go underground one more time. And then what we're going to do with you is run you up. And this other one needs to come up over on this side, so we're actually going to run this through here. And we're going to put it on the inside track, because this other one is going to be the ammo. Just makes it convenient for me to run it this way. Okay, let's go get the ammo up here. Yeah, these are starting to get more sporadic, but that's okay. Let's get the ammo up. Underground, like so. And you can just, you know, run into that. And then we will run you up some more. Yeah, that's fine. Underground. Actually, that's not where you need to put that. You need to put that here. Underground. 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 Done. Success! This is gonna work, guys. It's totally gonna work. The rounds are already here, too. I don't need to do anything special with this. So, you're gonna go up into this one. And there you go. It's done. It's here. Everything that we need for military science is up in the science section now. Just using a temporary little bus. All we do is go under the bus. We set aside more space for stuff here. I still have technically one space on this where I could put another thing if I wanted to. It would be awkward to do, I think, because this cuts through it. So I'd have to... I don't know where I'd have to do it. I might have to go under this. Yeah, it would just have to go underground here. That's fine, though. Possibly underground these as well. It would work, though. It's not the end of the world. We can make this happen. This does use a lot more of these, though, because these splitters have stuff on both sides. So it's going to use a whole bunch of these guys up. But now that these are coming, let's put military science here. That's going to make military science produce. Yes, it is. And we're good to go. I need it because I started laser turrets. I know I started laser turrets without having military science ready, guys. But that's the reason we did it. Because I was about to finish it. Anyway, this has been 41 minutes. Actually, more than that. Oh my god, this has been a long time because there was time... Like, this video was cut in two because it crashed at the start. So it's probably been like 45 minutes. We have military science up and running. In fact, we have red, green, and black science going on our 20 labs. And we're looking pretty good. I kind of like this. I've never done this before where I've made all of the intermediates for science in a different location and then sent them up to science and just had the factories for the science. I always make things on the spot. And this makes it really neat. Like, the science can stay nice and neat. The intermediaries can stay nice and neat. It's cool. It's an interesting design. I'm gonna have to reevaluate what our supply lines and our ratios look like, especially because, like, actually these are getting enough materials. I don't know. I'll see what we're gonna do. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I've been Liz, and I hope to see you again next time when we start delving into probably oil on our way towards advanced circuits. It's gonna be fun. See you there.